everyone, and here I am back with a new video. Yeah, I know it's without a beat, cause he's a bit sick. But anyway, we're going to be doing peacemates. Basically, peacemates are basically like queen and king mate, rook and king mate, and rook mate. Rook and rook mate is called the ladder mate, but I'll tell you about that. Okay. So now, a key thing we want to do is something called knight opposition. And knight opposition is basically when one piece is away from the other piece by a knight's move. Okay, like a knight's move. And the way we can do that, there's a few ways we can do that. There's the king and the queen. The king and the queen are the ones which are going to be away by a knight, right? The king and the queen. These two pieces. Anyway, so what are the squares which are away by a knight? These squares. All of these squares. Over here. So where can the queen move? It can move to this square, this square, this square, and this square. Okay? Can't move to this square. They can't move like that, or that, or that, or that. Okay? Yeah. So, I mean, you can do any other square, but I just go queen d3, and now your knight's opposition away, and you're creating a box around the king. The box is this. And that's basically the point of this. The knight is the closest square the queen can go to make a box. Yeah. And the king can't take, So that's important, very important. Otherwise, you'd go queen d4 if the queen couldn't take. But no, that's not possible. So queen to d3, make a box. You're never gonna give check in this except when it is mating time. So if the king goes back here, then we go queen to e2. We play copycat. If the king goes one square to the diagonal, then we go one square to the diagonal in the same direction. If he goes here, same thing. If he goes here, now important thing we want to show you, you can't go to G0. That's not possible. That's not a thing. So you can change the knight square, and you can go to F3, and this makes a box like this, like that. So it's limited to these squares now, and I mean these two are blocked by the queen, so these squares it can't go to, not any of these, and it can only go to these two squares, and you'll see how to mate with that. So, but we didn't play that, and he played this instead of this thing. So king to g4, and you play not that. You play copycat. Copycat. Da, 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 da. And also, one more note I wanted to show you. If it goes here, I know your knights were away, but just trust me, go here. Just play copycat always, and just da. Don't do this. Okay? Don't play copycat over there. If you play copycat over there, then it is a draw because it's stalemate. Stalemate. And if you don't know what stalemate is, go check out my how to play chess video. Okay? If you don't know what stalemates are. So the king can't move to any of these squares, and it's not in check, so it's not checkmate, and it doesn't have another piece to move. That's what a stalemate means. So don't play queen g6, play, and now you keep your queen there when it is on the square of this, like the knights move away, and this. One more thing I wanted to show you is, yeah, wait a minute, he goes here, here, and here, and here, and okay, so never mind. So yeah, so just so now that you can't go over there, you can't make a smaller box than this. Otherwise, the king will run out of squares. So you bring your other piece that you have to help your king out. That's what I told you. Go here, and now king h7. He doesn't have any other moves. King h8 can't do anything, and the king just keeps on coming at him. And what you have to do is you have to go to a square that controls the square that is one diagonal square away from the corner. And that is where you're going to deliver mate. You're going to go queen to g7, and it's always mate here. Whether it's on h8 or on h7, it's going to be mate. If it was on h8, it would be the exact same. Oh wait. Sorry, this is black's move. So yeah, it'd be the exact same thing. Queen to g7 is the mate. So and king is over here. Why is there a pair over there? I don't know. Yeah, so it's I want it to be. Sorry, I'm a bit. Okay, and like you get this thing where you do this and this and this and this. I was going to talk about queen f3. So now you have a smaller box, right? I told you that, and the king can only go to g1. And you play copycat, and the king has to go here. Now, I know that your king is already activated on this square, and it is going to be the other participant in mating black's king. But you can't go f1 to control g2, because you control g1 too, and that's the only other square the king can go to. So you need to control g2 without controlling g1, the other square the king can move to. So either you do that by going around the queen, and by the way, you can't go here. I mean, you can, but now you don't have the same thing. You can do that by either doing this and going around the queen, and you get this position where you're controlling this, but you're not controlling that guy. You're not controlling this guy. So you get that position, and now king g1, queen g2 is mate. But what if we and that's one way we can do it. But there's another way we can do it, and it's simpler. So the queen will always just has to be a knight and a move away. Knight and horizontal move away. So queen to g4. It's a knight and a move. As over there, knight and a move. But the thing is, this allows him to only go here, and now the king can't move there, but it can control this square by king f2 and queen to g2. That is mate. So I just wanted to show you that. Little bit of complications here and there. We're not going to be looking at this position. We're going to be looking at this position rather. So what you have to do. Okay, yeah, but wait. We're actually going to be looking at this position. Now, what you want to do here is, again, you want to make a box, but make it with your rooks instead. So rook h4 cuts him along this and makes a box a bit like that, okay? And let's say he goes towards your rook. Now you go rook a5, and you're cutting him across this. You're cutting him across that. So now the king is forced to go to this file over here, because that's only file that is not on these 9 squares that is not controlled. It's king to g6, and now you can't go here. That's what we want, because then, I mean, you're gonna do this, and this is winnable. I was about to say this. I think that is a word. I'm not sure. This is a win, but why? Why do you wanna just make one rook when you have to? So move your rook all the way to the other side of the board to b4. And why not a4? Why not a4, for example? Because of the reason that your rooks are just going to get tripped over. They're going to get tripped over themselves, and now the king can go over here, and if you try to keep on doing this, now the king escapes over here. Still a win, as I said, but why do you want to do it like that? So instead of tripping your rooks, you can go rook to b4. Now the rooks can operate on their own files, and if you're doing it on the files, then it would be ranks. Okay, so king has to say on this, if the king ever goes here, then you can cut it off. You have to cut off the king. Don't check it if you can't control that file there. So king wherever. Sorry, not that. I was literally saying that. King f6. Check the king. These two are controlling this all. King over here. Rook to a7. Controlling it all. And the king has to go here or whatever on this file, like somewhere over here. And rook to b8 is checkmate. b8 is checkmate. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. That is nice. Yeah, so that is just the double rook mate, and now we're going to go on with the rookie cookie mate. The rookie cookie mate. Yeah. So, in this you can see, like, oh my god, there's so much, okay, sorry, my video is blocking that, so sorry, okay, never mind, just leave it alone, okay? So in the same, you have to do the same thing. Now, instead you have a king instead of a rook, but you use the king as kind of like a rook to cut off the black king. So, rook to h4, cutting the king off, and now we split the board into two. If the king tries to go after it, then you protect it with your king. And let's say the king goes over here because it wants to stay in this file. If it goes over there, then we cut it off even more. We want to draw it to the edge of the board. So it will not go over there. It will go right to king f5, right? So, now what you want to do is you want to go, now you have the knight opposition. And the queen, remember the queen? It also had knight opposition. Right? It had knight opposition. Remember that? When the knights move away. Oh, sorry, not this one. Yeah. It's a knight's move away. It's a knight's move away. And we want the king a knight's move away, always. And if it's already a knight's move away and it's your move, so then slide your rook all the way to the other side of the rank or file. So king to e5, king to f3, just keep on knight opposition. And also if you go back here, then we can do this, and now your king is acting as the rook, cutting it from this file. So rather he'll play what? Sorry. He'll play king b5, and now your rook is attacked, so you can't go over here, then there will be a draw. Black will be very happy, and yeah. So instead of that, you'll go rook slides over on the same thing, and you have to go farthest away if possible, because then your king can't get to it easily. So rook to c5, king to c5. Now you're already in knight opposition, so you move your rook over one as a waiting move, and king again. If it goes to d5, then this, and they'll have to go back here because king's cutting it off anyway. I'm not going to be explaining that anymore because I think you've understood it. Bishop king b5, knight opposition, and then when it gets to the edge of the board, then he has to go here. If he goes over here, again, just cut off the king. So he has to go king b5 and check, and he has to go back. Knight opposition, knight opposition, knight opposition, and now move your rook over to the other side of the board. So, and if he goes king g6 trying to not get in knight opposition, then you just follow him. and follow him. And when he gets in knight opposition, he has no other choice. He goes here again. I'm telling you, you cut the king off. Then king to g6, rook to b5, just waiting move. King here, king to g4. You got the knight opposition anyway. King g6, check. King over to f7. Now here, not over here. That's normal opposition, okay? You don't want that because, take my word for it, it's going to be a bit difficult doing that because he'll just keep on running away and it's just going to be very frustrating. But instead of that, you go king here, knight opposition, knight opposition, knight opposition, and then you move your rook to the other side of the board. King to d7, and waiting move because you're already in knight opposition. Now it's kind of like if this was a knight, then fourth. But okay, yeah, I'm not gonna say that. So king c7, knight opposition, knight opposition, and king has to go back to b7 because if he goes here again, you cut off the king. Cut it off. That is the most important. You just have to limit the king. That is the most important lesson of this all. Okay, so king here, check the king, cut it off. King to b6 and knight opposite knight, and then when he attacks you, then go to the other side of the board. If he runs away more, then you just follow him. And if he goes to h8, then you have this waiting move. King h8, this, and this is going to be ultimately the position you're gonna get, and same thing over here. So you just, and the king is always acting like the rook to block these squares. And if, for example, wait, let me just tell you that the mate is going to be on the back rank, and back rank mate, then there's going to be there's a pawn here, and a pawn here to block the king from going over there, and the rook it's come all the way from like b1 or b2 or whatever to go to b8, and it's a checkmate like that, and you can't block because there's like I don't know. But this time the king is controlling these squares. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.